Hi everybody, Jane here, and today I'm going to be discussing what I learned reading a biography about Lucille Ball. I encourage all young writers, and actually entrepreneurs, anybody who is going to have some trouble getting rich and famous and living their dreams, to read biographies of famous people, because it is amazing how hard the road to fame is and how often they're not, overnight success doesn't really happen. We see people when they're rich and famous, and we don't see the long road that they took to get there. One of the cool things about Lucille Ball was that she actually she wanted to be an actress from the time she was little, and her mom actually enrolled her in a 6-week acting school. And the teacher sent home a letter afterwards telling her mom that she was wasting her money and that Lucille Ball was never going to be an actress. And that just struck me as so amazing because, I grew up in the 80s, so Lucille Ball was still on like Nick at Night. She wasn't like on new programs, but I still knew who it was. And I think you'd be hard pressed to find anybody who doesn't know who Lucille Ball is. So Lucille Ball is, we recognize her, and it's amazing that anybody ever thought that she wouldn't be an amazing famous actress. But Lucille Ball, her road was tough. She started out doing like cigarette ads and modeling, and it took her a really long time to become famous, and she had a lot of failures and hiccups and problems along the way. And so I really encourage you, if you're a young writer, and I don't necessarily mean young in age, I mean early on your career path, to get this book or another one about her life and see, the different trials she faced and the different times she was rejected and all the hardship that it took for her to finally get to where she got and to become the famous household name that Lucille Ball, eventually did become. I know that's one of the challenges I face as a writer is, I haven't had the success I thought I would have as fast as I would have. I've been writing for 5 years now, and I am making a profit. So I make enough money to pay taxes on, and I've also made enough money through my writing to get my family off of welfare. When I started writing, and I do work full-time too. I work full-time at the hospital doing clerical work, and have this whole time. But I started actually writing and publishing books in 2013. And about 2016, I was making enough money from my writing to get us off of government assistance, and really start to, to use the money I was making through writing to pay bills. I can't pay all my bills. I can't quit my job. And there's still a lot of things that I wish I had more money for. So I consider myself a mid-list author. I'm still very much in the early days of my writing career. And I have 10 novels out under 2 different names and a total of 39 books under 5 different author names. Because I experimented with some pen names because I wanted to try some nonfiction, and I wanted to try some, kind of dabble in different genres that I'd never tried. It took me a really long time to figure out who I was. But I'm Jane, and I'm a romance writer. But I do think that we all expect in our writing careers to just jump in there and for everything to go easy and us to be amazing and for us to be making full-time writer wages in, a year or 2 tops. And I've talked to a lot of other writers. I'm in a writers group, and that hasn't been the reality for any of the people I'm in a writers group with, and for the most part, a lot of writers I talk to. It's a lot harder of a road, and I see a lot of writers quit too. I'm on a lot of forums, and I see so many people giving up. So many people being like, I fought the good fight, but I can't. And so I think it's important to look at other people's, wins and losses and see that, even Lucille Ball, who is a household name now, she had so many times where she failed. She had so many times where, she had bit pieces out of shows that nobody remembers, or, she was turned down for stuff. And I'm sure that there were times that she felt like quitting too. And if she had quit, we wouldn't have so much of her stuff that became part of our culture. Like, I Love Lucy and the Lucy Desi Comedy Hour, and even the Lucy Show. I remember watching that when I was little too. So she did make it, but it took years and disappointments. And you're going to have that too. You're going to get knocked down. You're going to have times where it's just like, is it really worth doing any of this? And the answer is always yes. It's just, it doesn't always seem like it, because it's a long road. It's a long, hard, difficult road. And, you're choosing to travel it, which is great, but, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, but it is going to be worth it in the end. You just have to keep persevering. And maybe you're never going to get to star status, because I am sure for every Lucille Ball, there are 100 actresses who made a few films and aren't household names. But, the world is better for the films that they've made, and the world will be better for the books that you've written. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to get more videos about things that I think are inspirational to writers. And we hope to see you again.